Hey guys, what is up? Blackjack here, and welcome back to Minecraft. That's right, we are back in the world at almost the top of the Tree of Life. Oh, that is actually pretty close right there. I didn't even need to zoom in for that. But we are back, and I know we've got several questions depending on which side you're viewing from, because I seem to have gotten a couple of cows, a cow crusher, a sheep, a couple of sheep for that matter, and some farms. Now, to answer those questions, actually, we'll be doing that right now once I find the way back down. Oh, there we go. So the main thing that I've done actually not quite between episodes, a little bit of it happened within the last episode itself, but I just had to cut it due to time restrictions and whatnot, because let's be real here, I had a 30-minute opening episode to this entire series, and that's pretty long, right? That is actually pretty long. So to deal with that, I had to just cut some content. I do apologize for that. But basically what I've done here is I've created this farm system that it's actually quite useful. Off of one source block of water, an entire square of land gets filled. And I've got wheat and carrots for now, but as soon as I get melons and pumpkins, you can bet that I will be working on those. In the meanwhile, we've got cow pen. You can see like I've taken the cows, bred them up, and put some in here as well, because yeah, I mean, a cow crusher is always great, and it gets me the amount of food I need. I need to like continue to breed them up just a little bit before that thing's fully operational. And then of course we have some colored sheep that'll be producing even more colored sheep as we go along. It's not quite time for a full harvest just yet. You can see that some of the crops are still actually not done. And yeah, we're just gonna be waiting for all the crops to be done before we harvest them and get started with the food side of things. And we need the food because you can see we don't have any at all. After we went out in the last episode, we got this thing, our beautiful diamond pickaxe, and our beautiful jukebox. I didn't play the tune at the time, I know. So what are the plans for this episode, you might be thinking? Well, for one, I want to get to full diamond gear, right? You see all of this iron stuff? Yeah, that stuff has to go away. That stuff is not going to stay for long. We are aiming full diamond gear up in this game. That is right. And also, the Nether. Yeah, episode 2, Nether exploration. Bet you didn't expect that, huh? But overall, I do want to explore the Nether, primarily down to the fact that I need quartz. I need quartz, and I need lots and lots of it. Also, I'm going to need a lot of wood, so I'll get chopping trees in a second. I'll actually chop down trees like this because I need some spruce, like logs and wood in general. I want to beautify up this place because all I've got is a box with a tree in the middle. It looks more like a potted plant, supersized potted plant rather than an actual house. So I want to change that. And in terms of the farm itself, I actually am currently working on a little something elsewhere, which actually does a bit more than just give me the required amount of food for farming purposes. And that farm design is actually here. Now, of course, it's not complete. The completed version is going to look a little bit different. I'm not going to be using acacia wood, obviously. But overall, I'll just change up what I'm using per se. You can see I've really doubled up on the melons and pumpkins because of villager trading, actually. I've got farmer villagers in this particular world. We actually have farmer villagers in this particular world. And that is because this is a server that that we at Anthem are actually running. And it is, a little bit of lag there, but it's a server that is actually pretty good for what it does, and it gets us all playing in one single save, which is fantastic, and it's just a beautiful little place that we all come in and chill. You can see we've got what is an iron farm, the design I'm going to be using in my world. It's incomplete, of course, here. And all of that stuff, but overall this is the farm design that I will be taking. This is of course my entire place. I won't show it much unless you guys really want me to make a video on the server itself, all of our shenanigans as we try to master the world of Minecraft. And yeah, I don't have a helmet here, but this is the idea for this episode. With all that being said, of course, and with our 3 additional iron pickaxes ready to go, we're going to be making a mine entrance, and it's quite simple. It is actually very, very simple, and that is digging straight down. I know, you might think that's absolutely suicidal. Why would you dig straight down? Never dig straight down in Minecraft and all that stuff. But it's actually not that bad because all I need is some wood, to make some ladders, and a bucket of water, which I already have. And all we need to do is just head all the way down and get ourselves the required amount on the height, which is Y11. Keep going down and keep going down and keep going down. We don't even need to mine it out we don't even need to mine out like a massive area. All we have to do is just go down a little bit, make sure that we are safe from dangerous materials, and then keep mining down. It's actually a pretty cool method of doing. So there's a cave down here with a specific hole designed for creepers. I just have one question. Why? That's a lot of gravel. I'll be coming back here to pick up all this gravel. But right now, let me just light this place up. Like, what was that? Why? Why is this game so intent on killing me off? Right, so as you can see on the block counter right there, we're at Y level 18, which is very close to where we need to be, and we've already started finding materials for being this far down. Also, I'm pretty sure you can hear the lava directly beneath me somewhere, and we're gonna have to be very, very careful with how we proceed from this point onwards. I don't want to lose these ladders. I should probably place them down before we go too much farther. And there you go. There's a lava lake directly underneath us at the Y11 mark. Since we're already here, might as well throw down the water. I was about to say the lava. I can be really stupid at times, can't I? Alright, let's keep going down, and I believe one more after that. Yep, one more down here is where we need to be. Right, nice and dug out. Now all we need to do is get the ladders in, and this little puddle of water, just that is going to be what gets us down safely from all the way about some 50 something blocks above at the surface level. That's right. All we need is that little puddle of water. There we go. The ladder all the way up. Now we will of course be marking this out, but we're just gonna put some cobblestone down here a little bit higher and just turn this into like a sort of, there we go, entrance to the mine. I'll put some signs down there eventually. Right, diamond pick is in, lights are in. We are going to be going down there and getting all of the required material. Alright, so lights are in all the way down to the water, and I believe we all know what time it is, so here goes. It's always a chill down my spine whenever I do that. It never gets any less scary to just jump straight down a random little hole that I've dug in the ground. But regardless, we are, of course, there we go. We found where we needed to be, and which is the lava lake that we previously turned into. Oh, not all of it though. That we previously turned into obsidian, our little obsidian pit, so to speak. And there's a cave here that we'll be exploring. Again, you know, Minecraft caves, they need a bit of an update. You know, let's not shy around about that fact. They've pretty much been the same since forever. And I believe this actually links up with our trench. I feel like it does. It seems to be pretty close to where we were just the other day. And it looks like that may or may not be the case. Oh boy. Hi. Oh, there's diamonds over there. Hello. Alright, Mr. Creeper, you are in the lava. You are in the lava. And you're dead. Safe to walk and safe to collect our diamonds. I can hear the lava around. We're probably down at Y11, and I don't think this actually links up to anything. I feel like this is another trench by itself, which is very peculiar because we've just discovered, what, 2 trenches now? Just off the back of some just some regular coasting and exploration. We didn't even need to do all that much, and we've already got 4 extra diamonds for our trouble. Now, one other thing we do need to do is remember the fact where we came from, so I'm going to be putting some cobblestone down. It's like a bit of a gateway, if you will, just to make sure we know exactly where we came from. He's going to be trying to get to me. There's a lot of them up there, actually. But the whole point of this little exercise was to get ourselves some redstone. We've got a bit, not a whole lot, but just enough to get started. We got some diamonds as well. We're just going to be heading back into where we originally found all of our obsidian. I'm going to actually pick some up while we're still down here, just to sort of get started with that, with our little expedition of getting to the Nether. There we go. Advancement made.
1 eternity later.
We've got 22 obsidian. That's actually a pretty big amount. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's the way out from here. I completely forgot that I made a way out into the trench, and I just was surprised seeing the cobblestone down here. So, I'm going to be smelting up a lot of stone. Why is that? Because of the spider spawner that we have over there. That is going to give us a load of string, and a load of string is going to give us a load of wool. And the more amount of wool we have, the more amount of carpets we can make. Your colored wool is also a pretty good building block, and carpets are very good for spawn proofing without having to spam torches all over the place. So that's also a very good thing. Hello, Mr. Bees. Don't mind me. I'm just going to come down to this spider spawner. There we go. I also made a way down here into a cave system. This is the one we were exploring. I believe this is actually one of the places where I found some extra good loot. But for now, we're not going to be dealing with this one too much. What we're going to do is turn this thing into a full-blown string farm. And the way to do that is quite simple. I'll need the saddle, of course. But the way to do that is actually quite simple and quite easy. First, we need to get rid of this. And we need to expand this room significantly, right? We need to expand this room quite a bit and bring it down. So I'm thinking something like a 10 by 10, basically like 10 across and 10 forward, so that the spiders don't catch on the walls. I'll have to see the exact dimensions I need to do it, because spiders, they catch on the walls very, very easily, and I have to bring them to a central drop point where they can just go down and I can kill them accordingly. Oh, iron. Progress is coming along pretty smoothly, but I need to make this room like significantly wider for this to actually work. And I'm just sitting here, I'm just sort of sat here thinking like, how wide do I actually need to go? I still haven't looked it up. I probably should do that. But right now my main goal is to just get as much of this done as possible. And when I like get up to, oh! That scared me so much. I'm working with a spider spawner. Of course there are going to be spawns here. What was I thinking? Well, I just ran out of my iron pick. And overall, progress has been made. Not a whole lot of progress, mind you. I don't feel like this is actually wide enough. I'll probably go around like a couple more times and then start going down. It's a lot of material and a lot of stone, which is actually a good thing, because all that stone is going to be going into my my base build over there. And the base build is basically going to progress as the episodes progress. I'm not going to be too worried about getting the base build done very soon. But yeah, the spider spawner, it's in. So right now, what we're going to be doing is obviously replenishing on the iron front and getting back to work, because we need those spiders. We need those strings. And optimizing on what we work on when we work on them is actually pretty important. Alright, so coming back down here, one thing I've actually realized after looking at all of the designs and whatnot that are there for spider spawners, I've realized I may have made this a little bit too big, per se, like 2 blocks out here from the original floor and then a couple blocks out by that. But I don't think that actually is going to matter too much. If it does, of course, I'll have to shrink the walls in towards the sides by a couple. Let me just once again light this place up, because it'll start spawning the spiders otherwise. And I don't think I actually need that. So what I'm going to need to do actually is bring in some more dirt and start working on the overall floor and where we're going to actually be killing the spiders. So the collection system is going to be a necessity as well. Hopefully we'll be able to do that without much of an issue. We're going to need some slabs. We're going to need some stairs, I guess. I don't know if we need stairs per se. Slabs and building blocks are just the general recipe for getting the spider spawner completely functional. So there shouldn't be too much of an issue. And I'll be focusing on decorating it just a little bit in this episode as well. That's 8 more chests. I'm probably going to require that many hoppers as well. So let's get all of our iron up. And hoppers are actually, like, you never really think about how expensive hoppers can be. Like, a single hopper by itself, yeah, 5 iron and a chest. Not exactly that difficult. 5 iron and 8 wood, basically. That's what you're looking at. But when you tally up hoppers in, like, multiple numbers, like, in multiples, basically, that's when you really start to see that hoppers are pretty expensive. I feel like 10 hoppers should be enough. So we've got that done. And it hit our iron stocks pretty hard. We're down from well over a stack to just 42. But we've got some more iron cooking in there, so we should still be alright for that. Let me go and see if 10 hoppers is actually the correct amount. And then we'll get to actually building this thing. Right, so the general idea with the spawner itself, right, is that we're actually going to be going down a few blocks. 1, 2, 3. 3 in general, 3 blocks in general we're going to be moving down by. This is going to give me a lot of building material as well. Because I need some cobblestone to shut down that gap in the wall. Like, block it off completely because I don't want any spawns happening here at all. So that the spiders can take up the mob cap by themselves. Whoa, okay, yeah, that's gonna be a problem, isn't it? That is definitely going to be just a little bit of a problem. One of the challenges of course, playing around with spawners and whatnot, building farms like this, is the fact that we'll eventually run into some sort of weird nonsense like this. And also, you know, your pickaxe breaking, but that's besides the point. We'll just end up running into some weird nonsense like having caves in and around the place. Shouldn't hurt our building by much, but you know, it still pays to be careful of these things. There we go. That's the last block, and that is this entire area cleared out. Now, obviously, I haven't cleared out any sort of chunk. No, what I've just done is clear out all the walls, and we're only getting started here because now, one, I need to figure out which direction we're going to be going to get out, and that's going to be this way, because this way is where the river is, and I don't need to go too far to get out of here. But for the time being, what we're going to be doing is, one, creating an infinite source over here, and just using that as we go along to create a water stream that gets us all the way to here. Now we're gonna take another couple of blocks below this to get to our eventual collection net and killing chamber. I need 3 more hoppers, I just realized. That's a lot of hoppers. But hey, it is what it is, am I right? Well, would you look at that? Even more iron. I was just talking about how I was starting to get low on it, and here we are. Right, so this is basically where we'll be sitting, breaking, like killing all of the spiders as they come. I'm gonna need 3 more hoppers before we can get started, and a bunch of slabs. So I'll get a crafting table down here as well. Now we need to figure out where we're actually going to be coming out of this mechanism. And once again, I'm going to be doing that same old story. You know how it is. One is a water drop down. One's going to be our Our ladders. I don't know why I stopped speaking for a second, but it is what it is. I mean, do we really need to make some sort of like drop down chute? I feel like the ladder should be enough, really. In place. There we go. Now that we've got that, we also need a way to get in and out of the spawner itself. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to plop down a slab there to stop the water from coming through, because I know it will. That's just how these things tend to work sometimes. And now what we need is more slabs going all over these hoppers. Let me just take out a couple of these. We don't want this whole place to look too mossy, am I right? Yeah, we don't want it to look way more mossy than it needs to be. Also, some regular cobblestone slabs is also appreciated. Let's get that in. There you go. Those are our slabs. We've put them in. And now we just crouch through from there. Probably put a slab in to prevent anything else happening. And we can pretty much replace all of these walls, I think. No, we can't because we don't have enough. Yeah, we don't have enough material to replace all the walls. But I think we can get away with doing a little something. Something a little sneaky. Many placed blocks later. And that's pretty much most of it done. One more wall's been finished. And we're just going to have one final addition here. And that's going to finish off this entire wall for the spider spawner. There we go. That's it. And again, the room just looks that little bit better. It's a little mossy. It's a little all over the place. And that's something I like. I really like the all over the place build styles. And that's why we did that. But now, of course, is the next part of this, which is to break these blocks. And I'm just testing the water here. Like, I'm quite literally testing the water. We need hoppers here. So I'm going to pull the hopper line back by 1. It's going to be a little hard to do the construction, but we should be able to get this done. No sweat. 1, 2. That's going to stop the water from flowing entirely. Let's get in there and check if the hoppers are facing the correct direction. It looks like they are. They are indeed. So we're all not only are we going to be picking up the materials by hand, we're also going to be picking them up by the hoppers. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to tower up. Actually, not here. We need to tower up a little ways to the side, like a so. And get that. And there's just one more light that we need to take care of really quickly, which is that one. Now that the lights are out. Ouchie, ouchie. These on me. Ow. Let me just get out of here really nice and quickly. Shut this down. And there you go. You've got no other place to go than where I've commanded you to, Mr. Spider. And that is the beauty of this entire thing. It really works regardless of where I'm sitting, because I can just swing away and get the drops. You can see it's already functional. It's all working as planned. We've got a working spider farm. But now that we have our spider spawner all up and running, we can just leave it be and no problems will occur. But one thing I'm very excited for is where we end up in the Nether, where our spawn is going to be. Because the Nether spawns are very, very wild. Because some Nether spawns, they can be like very up close, they can be in a good spot, you could be rolling in the beautiful Nether blocks of 116. Or if you have the luck that I do, you're probably not about to have that much fun with your Nether spawn. I'm probably going to spawn directly over a lava lake, fall down, and bite the dust. Let's just hope that doesn't happen. Now then, I believe that's enough dragging out of the inevitable. We are going to be using the obsidian we mined out for our beautiful Nether portal. And now, where do we want this to go? This is a pretty large nether portal, and we've got 4 extra obsidian. Now, I could have probably saved up on some, built myself an enchanting table, but we can just get more obsidian where we need to. So, without further ado, here we go. Whoa! We are in the Nether, ladies and gentlemen, and not just in the Nether. We've spawned in the basalt deltas. Bro, basalt delta, one of my favorite biomes just in general. Oh, hi magma cube. But yeah, basalt delta, it's one of my most favorite biomes in general because basalt, dude. Who doesn't love some basalt, or I don't know how you spell that thing. But yeah, it looks like we spawned about dead center in a basalt biome, a basalt delta. And the blackstone, that's really what I'm here for. Blackstone is just such a fantastic block. And, ooh, gotta be careful. It is the Nether. So, hi. Yeah, I know you're angry at me. Come on. Let's get this party started. Come on, first Nether mob. Really? You are a resilient bastard. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oy, oy, oy. I hope you guys are easier to kill. Yeah, you guys are. But then, of course, you multiply into more and more. Because, of course, that is how it is. Goodbye. He just fell to his death. Actually, I can lead them. Yep, there we go. Come on. Oh, right. Magma cubes float on magma. I forgot about this. They don't actually die in magma. Huh. But yeah, regardless of that, this is a beautiful nether spawn that we found for ourselves. I'm going to need a lot of building blocks. And what we'll be doing is we'll keep this portal for now. But eventually we're going to head over to the different biomes, explore everything there is to explore. Hi, you are very fast on the magma. There's some quartz around us as well. Tons of blackstone that we'll be looking to harvest because basalt deltas generate with probably the most blackstone outside of course, the bastions. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. Bastions. Imagine if you find a bastion. Like, you know, Nether fortresses, they've been here. We've seen them for a while. They're old news. Oh, hi. That's magma cream, right? Yeah, that is. I'm so scared. Can you tell I'm scared? I'm scared. The Nether scares me, dude. Especially now. Like, it was pretty scary before. Hi. But I don't know, I'm even more scared of it these days. Let's just get some magma cubes to get things started. I didn't bring any of my building blocks, but that's fine. Because we've got some blackstone. Let's mine some of this stuff out. Because it'll all be pretty useful in the next episode of Minecraft. Cobblestone and basalt generators are pretty useful to do in the early game. So I'm going to be doing that. And wait a minute. Is that... They're on top of each other. Wow. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty cute. That's yeah, that's pretty cute. Not gonna lie. One of those basalt ceiling areas is actually leaking lava, so we're gonna have to be careful of that. Let's try and get 3 stacks of blackstone, a little bit of basalt, and we'll move on. Don't worry, I'll be cutting most of this out anyway. But you know, I think we should try heading that way. But we do have a saddle, right? Oh, but we need warped fungus, I think, to get those guys. I think they're called the Striders. Yeah, to get the Striders working for us. Plus, there's so many magma cubes around. Well, nothing for it. We're gonna have to try and bridge our way over there. I'm not even kidding when I say this. I am like that site, the site down below of just the lava and a bunch of magma cubes is so terrifying to me. And we're just gonna ignore some of that for now and try to see if we can get out of here. That is, get out of the basalt delta into the other biomes that this game has to offer. But I can see glowstone, I can see quartz. That's some of the stuff we came here for sure. Woo! I'm so jumpy. I'm so jumpy. Is that a brown mushroom? That is. That's great. Brown mushrooms are great. Alright, now that we've gotten rid of the magma cubes from the area, let's start gaining quartz. Big strides right here, ladies and gentlemen. Big strides. Quartz is a fantastic item. It's like the Nether's version of coal, except instead of being fuel, it's more like you know, a craftable recipe. And, I mean, coal also kind of is a craftable, you know, but I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just closing off as many of these things as I can, man. I do not trust the Nether. Not in the slightest. Alright, let's go through. Yeah, we're gonna end up mining quite a bit of this stuff out in our pursuit of finding somewhere to come out on the other side. And again, it's the Nether. It's pretty dark. Netherrack's only in patches here. Oh, wait, is this? Yo, that's blue! That's blue! That's probably a warp forest. Yes! We're in a warp forest! Perfect! The warp forest is great because there are... I don't think there are any, like, instant hostile mobs there. Well, like, mobs that get instantly pissed off at you for, like, no reason at all. All we need to do is bridge our way there. And that's a ruined Nether portal. Yo! We're finding things. We're finding good things. Let's go. Just gonna put down some torches marking this out. That way I'll know, right? Because I really need to be able to remember that, hey, this is the path where I came from. Hello. I'm not gonna bother you, Enderman. Don't worry about me. I'm just a tourist. Good God, this takes a while to mine. There we go. Who is... Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Look at this thing. Look at it. It's pretty cool. It's got a neat texture, though I don't know why. Oh, there we go. You can see the particles forming. It's like it's crying, but yeah, also sort of leaking, I guess you could call it. Is that all the crying obsidian? Yes, that is. Also, you can see like how the area became darker. That's because crying obsidian actually gives off a... Oh! Oh, I'm so glad I put torches ahead of me like that. I am so glad I decided to do that. Oh boy. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, that would have been absolutely horrible if I'd gone over that gravel right there. Because, like, without a doubt, I would have been sprinting through it, and all I would have done instead is given myself an early grave. Lost a lot of valuable materials in the process, too. So we gotta find a way up into the rest of this warped forest. Also, warped forest tree. Let's go. Let's just cover this area up. Now, we cut you down. Buddy, oh buddy. Fantastic. Wow, okay. This thing goes a ways. Like, quite a ways. Let me pick up a few more of these mushrooms. They're going to be required in future. When we get our hands on either a hoe or some form of silk touch, those mushrooms are going to be pretty important also. Yeah, I'm sorry, Enderman. You got in my way. You got to go now. I was about to make that a no damage. Oh! Oh! It dropped one! Wait, what can I drop? What can I drop? What can I drop? What can I drop? The netherrack, yeah. Yes! It dropped warp nylium! That's perfect! I was thinking about getting a hoe, getting silk touch, 10,000 things in my brain. I didn't need to do any of that. I am so glad. Thank you, Mr. Enderman. You have just provided us with some of the best things in the game, and that was completely unintentional at the same time. But yeah, the blue of the warp forest is actually great. Now I can still hear a couple of magma cubes around. I'm not surprised because of course they would be around. This is, after all, still pretty close to their biome. But this should be pretty decent loot as well. Oh, the Enderman spawns here are great, and oh, that's actually a little cavern right there. But I'm just gonna get some more netherrack, and I've actually made the decision to get the hell out. Right? I'm just gonna get the hell out. Now, there's a reason for this, and that reason is quite simply put, it's getting more and more dangerous the more I stay here. The longer I stay here, it's gonna get even more dangerous. I don't want to risk it. Right? I do not want to risk it at all. So I'm just gonna get some more netherrack, both for farming and for decoration purposes, and we are going to be out of here. All right, so that's all done. The Nether explored. Our mine shaft, well, let's begin. Okay, it's begun. I'm gonna make that thing look a little better. And of course, our spider farm all the way over there as well. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this second episode of Minecraft. I hope you all had a great time watching. As I'm sure you can understand, my voice seems to be breaking just a little bit, and that's because, the strain of casting and then recording this series seems to be taking its toll. So I'm going to rest my voice for the night, a couple of days here and there, and then I'll get right back to recording, and there's going to be some other content coming to the channel as well. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. And if you like the video, leave a like down below to show your support to the channel, and subscribe for more videos like this whenever I can upload them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.